You're listening to Lisa Marie Varon, a.k.a. Victoria from WWE, a.k.a. Tara from Impact Wrestling TNA, and you're listening to WNS Podcast. And if you are not tuned in, I'm going to come back and widow's peak your butt.
You're listening to the official Wrestling News Source podcast. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com or check us out on Facebook by searching WrestlingNewsSource.com or WNS Podcast. You can also find us on YouTube, Twitter, Stitcher, and iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast or WNS Podcast. Now being broadcast in over 45 different countries, here are your hosts, Daniel Herron, Tyler Abear, and Doug.
That's right. What's up, everyone? I am Daniel Herron.
I'm Tyler Abear.
And we welcome you to episode 233 of the official podcast for WrestlingNewsSource.com. For all of your information, go to WrestlingNewsSource.com. Check us out on Facebook, WrestlingNewsSource.com. You can find us on Facebook, WNS Podcast, on YouTube, WNS Video, and on iTunes, Wrestling News Source Podcast.
We're also on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, and Player.fm. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast to find us.
And you can also find us on Twitter by searching at WNS Podcast. You can find me on Twitter at WNS_Dano. You can find Tyler at Tyler_Abear. Welcome to the show.
I'm back.
Yeah. You're back?
Yeah.
You're back on Twitter?
Yeah.
You alright?
Because that's when I was trying to hook up the Vine so I could put my stuff.
Ah! We did it, everybody!
I forgot to write my password.
We did it!
Yeah.
Tyler's back on Twitter!
Yay! Maybe not for long.
No, stay on it. Good times.
I will let you know.
Yeah? Doug, unfortunately, not going to be here this week. He had to have a root canal, so that is no fun. No. So anyone who's listening, send well wishes his way.
Yeah, like, friend him on Facebook and like, hey,
well,
I miss you.
How about just comment on the YouTube channel, comment on the Facebook page. Hey man, I hope you're getting better. And hope
find his address and send him some.
No, don't find his address. I don't think he'd appreciate that too much. Well, maybe some flowers. You might like some flowers.
Send him some wrestling DVDs.
Action figures, autographs, some taquitos, some gift certificates to some fast food places that he might like.
Yeah.
Anything Tex-Mex he'll absolutely love. So really cool. So welcome to the show. Got quite a bit to talk about. We're going to talk about Raw. I have a little bit of feedback. No Q&A this week, and we're being short on questions, guys. What's going on here? So we're also going to give you our Battleground predictions. Going to be taking place this Sunday. But don't forget, if you happen to be living in the Houston area this weekend, Doomsday Wrestling going to be taking place. Our buddy Tex Lone Star sent us a lovely pre-recorded message. I just happened to add some generic heavy rock music to make it all sound cool. So yeah, Tyler, how you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I was gonna say. I'm blanking.
Follow you on Twitter at Tyler_Abear. Make sure you do it.
So I want to throw something out. I want to ask everyone their opinions on stuff. I am trying to figure some situations out. I want to do Vine. I want to start doing Vines.
Trying to become a Vine star.
Yeah, but I got to figure out the proper way.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say really you need the Vine editing software is really on iPhones and stuff like that. But I've noticed the way people do certain things. I think it's with video cameras and stuff, like regular video cameras. And they edit it and put it on their computer and send it through. I really don't know how to do it, so I'm trying to figure that out. And
you're looking for the secrets.
Yeah, I've already posted 2 videos on Vine. You can just search Tyler Abear
all together.
Yeah,
no spaces.
There's a space Tyler
_, or Tyler
no, it's
space.
It's just my name, Tyler.
Oh, okay. Tyler space Abear.
So you can find me.
ABEAR. Free plug.
Yeah,
free plug on our show.
I'm gonna try to get some more videos out there the best I can. It may be a little while.
Practice makes perfect. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to practice. I could do like the certain Vines where you can say something. You know how people are talking to themselves? They may wear a different shirt and I've done one video like that, and it's easy to do. But certain other videos, they add certain music.
You're a beginner.
Yeah, I'm a beginner. I would like to do that, and if anyone has any tips, just let me know. But
tips and tricks.
Yeah, help me out.
Helpful hints.
Follow me, like me, or whatever, and I will get that up as soon as I can. I'll be posting little videos so people can.
He'll even give personal shout-outs.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah.
Got to give them a reason to tune in.
Yeah. So
Was good.
There is actually a guy named Was Good.
Oh, yeah?
On Vine.
He's a dancer.
Is he?
I believe so.
I don't know. He was on some of the Vine videos.
Oh.
It was good.
Oh, maybe a different one then.
I don't know.
Anyways, so yeah, we got quite a bit to talk about. If you do not already know, which you should by now because we try and plug it, as much as we can, we do have a radio show here locally, which you can download, or I'm sorry, you can't download it, but you can listen to it online whenever it airs. It normally airs Thursday afternoons during the 5 o'clock Central Time hour, 5 p.m. Central Time, so adjust your clocks accordingly. It would be 6 Eastern, it would be 3 p.m. Pacific. So we would greatly appreciate your support. You can go to Sports Radio Beaumont. That's BEAUMONT, sportsradiobeaumont.com, or you can download the Sports Radio Beaumont app on your smartphone device or whatever you have, iPad, iPhone, iWatch, iCare, iLove, whatever it is. No, none of that. But I'll maybe in a few years they'll probably have something like that. Anyways, any support that we could get for that, we would greatly appreciate it. Just let us know that you're listening. We talk about our Battleground predictions. We talk about Eva Marie going to NXT this week. We also discussed our time at the Bustin' for Autism charity wrestling event.
Yeah, you got to listen to that.
And our thoughts on Alberto Del Rio being a no-show. So
you don't want to miss that.
Yeah, people that we met, people that we talked to, had a really good time. So make sure you check that out at sportsradiobeaumont.com. We do try and post a link every once in a while so you can check it out. And while we're on the topic of posting things, posting links and stuff, if you're listening to the show and you are a fan of us, if you've liked us on Facebook, make sure that you go and check out the picture that I've recently posted about the Facebook procedures, because they're trying to limit how many people see our posts. They're trying,
really?
Yeah, they're trying to make the like pages pay for their own people, their own likes to see their posts.
That's so stupid.
Okay, so our page has over 17,000 likes.
Yeah.
Right? When we make a post, only 80 people see it.
80.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's getting really out of hand. The only way for more people to see it is if I share it on the main Wrestling News Source Facebook page, which it'll only go up to about 1,000, maybe 2,000, depending on the topic.
Oh my gosh.
So they are trying now to make us pay to have our own viewers see our posts. So, if you feel like you're missing our posts, if you're wondering where we've been, make sure you're checking our page frequently, because you probably are missing some of our posts.
Wow. I did not know this.
Yeah. So I made a post giving just some quick instructions on how you can get us to appear on your timeline. If you go to our like page, if you go to our Facebook page, WNS Podcast, you click on the liked, or you just drag your mouse over to the like section, or if you're, I guess, on your smartphone, go to the part where it says liked and it's got the little blue thumbs up, and there should be a little drop down arrow. Go down to see first in your news feed and make sure you click that so that we will show up on your page. You can also it'll also say default see post as usual, which means you're probably not going to see it unless you just happen to visit our Facebook page. But yeah, 17,000 people, and the post that I actually made about this topic, only 130 people have seen it.
Oh man.
So
hopefully more people are listening to this and they can get the...
I really hope so, because I have linked our Facebook page to our Twitter handle so that anything we post on our Facebook page also appears on our Twitter. So for those of you who follow us exclusively on Twitter,
just give us something free and take it away like that. That's just so stupid.
Well, what they're trying to do is they're trying to monetize it. They're trying to make money off of it, basically saying, well, you're advertising your stuff for free.
And well, you allowed it for so long.
Yeah.
And now you can't go back on it. No. Since the beginning, when it started, then no. Yeah. No, you just can't do it to people.
Well, that's what they're doing now.
Some people will probably cave in and pay for it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And they charge ungodly amounts. I'm on our page right now, and it says, boost your post to reach more people. For us to reach upwards of 1,700 to to 4,400 people, we'd have to pay $5, which, not too bad. But say if we wanted to reach $29,000 or 29,000 likes, that would cost us $200.
Oh man,
there is no option for us to, it's ridiculous.
Here's the thing: we don't make money off this podcast.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So that would come out of our pocket, and that's just bad,
It's money that we don't have.
Yeah, money we don't have.
We're not being paid for this show. We're not being paid for the for anything that we do. Any content that we provide, whether it be on Facebook, whether it be on YouTube, Twitter, whatever it may be, even if it's Periscope, we don't get paid for that stuff. So for us to, pay to have our own,
that will cripple them. Like, so they have the money to do it. We don't. I mean, that'll hurt us, but we don't have the money to give you, Facebook to like. So whoever's listening to this, just really help us out.
Yeah. So if if you are a fan of ours on Facebook, please go to the page and follow those instructions. So that way we can at least have some kind of interaction with you guys, because when we're making posts and no one's seeing it and no one's commenting on it, I'll be honest, it kind of gets me down because I want. We've been doing this for so long. We're coming up on 5 years. I believe this is our 5th year of doing the podcast. Yeah. So this December will begin our 6th year of doing this podcast, which is insane to think of.
Yeah.
But I love the interaction that we have. I know we haven't done any contests or anything like that. Enough. I know we haven't really interacted too much on the show with some of our listeners. Like, I know we did the Bound for Uli, and we had a lot of people participating in that. And that was a few years ago. And we did the bear puns in the beginning, which a lot of people were contributing to. So, I would like to do something like that.
Throw some other
stuff
in there.
So if you have any ideas of something that y'all would like us to try and implement on the show within reason, comment. Let us know. Let us know what you would like us to do.
If you want me to go find Noah and punch him, that's fine too.
We'll just talk about his fetish for Gail Kim.
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't ask too much, or we try not to too often. I know I created a web page on I believe it was T Republic. I think that's the website, and where they sell a T-shirt. Like, I basically just slapped our logo on it and gave a multiple arrangement of colors for people who wanted to buy a T-shirt, and I posted it on our Facebook page, and probably 20 people saw it. So
did anyone try to get anything?
No. So yeah, so if you're interested in checking that out, make sure to send me a tweet or send the Facebook page a message saying, hey, I'd like to get a T-shirt. Where can I get the link? So that way we can get the proper information for you. And I know that they do offer sales sometimes, so the shirt will only be like $14 plus shipping and handling. Normally it's like $20. So not too bad. But anyways, but yeah, I mean, we certainly appreciate everyone who supported us throughout the years, and we're going to continue doing this show, as long as we can, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking the other day of, since I work in radio, people often fluctuate. They go to different, places. And I was like, man, what would happen if I got like transferred to Dallas or something, or if I got offered a job? I was like, I would still try and do the show, no matter what.
The phone.
Yeah, I mean, it would be over the phone, and there would be some delays, but I would still like to try and do something. But yeah, I mean, this is what I love to do. This and my radio gig, I love it. So
that's awesome.
As long as someone's tuning in every week, I'm going to continue to do it. If there comes a week where we have 0 listens and 0 comments and absolutely no one listened to it, which is almost guaranteed not to happen because I'm at least one, I'll make sure that everything's it sounds smooth. As long as there are people out there that are listening, we're going to continue doing this show.
Yeah, for sure.
I've already talked to my fiance, and she's like, hey, this podcast came before me, like before I came along, so who am I to get in the way of you doing it? So, which is awesome.
Yeah,
but,
that's cool.
But yeah, so anything that you could do to support us, we would greatly appreciate it. And just let us know, even if it's giving us an iTunes review, or even if it's a Stitcher review. Wherever you may be listening, let us know, and we'll go from there. But we do have wrestling to talk about this week. So, but before we get into that, we do have some feedback from Moose, saying, I think Bray Wyatt was looking for Damian Sandow and asked him if he could be the stunt double and haunt Roman Reigns. This referring to the other week whenever Roman Reigns attacked what he thought was Bray Wyatt, but it turned out to be someone else. And he thinks that Sandow will be known as Bray Dow.
Oh, gosh.
So I don't know how I feel about that one. But hey, thanks for the comment. Yeah. Final comment that we have, final bit of feedback we have is from Egirdas. Eigirdas. Eargurdus. Dude, we're so sorry about this, but I have no idea how to pronounce your name. But he does say great podcast as always. So thank you very much. We do appreciate that. So let's dive on into Raw. It's the go-home show of Raw. We kick things off with, we get a recap of what happened the previous week with Lesnar taking out the car. Then the car is there. It's all smashed and trashed and everything. Heyman and Lesnar come out. They talk about the upcoming match, what they're going to do, blah, blah, blah. Typical sell. Good mic work from Heyman as usual. Then Seth Rollins and Kane come out saying, you're not even a man because you attacked an inanimate object. Like, what kind of person do you think you are? You're not some tough guy. You're not so tough. You're banging up on a car. It's not even yours. And it was a gift for someone. And it was a nice present. I can't believe you did that. So, anyways.
Then what happened?
Lesnar got on the mic and was like, hey, I can take you to Suplex City right now, bitch.
He said that?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the crowd popped pretty hard for that.
Or they say?
No, they let it go. So, I mean, it wasn't, they've gotten to where, I guess, the first 15 minutes of Raw are dedicated to promo time.
How crazy is one thing you said on a whim, it catches on that quickly.
That's how organic that kind of stuff is.
Yeah.
The Austin 316s, the if you smell what the Rock is cooking, Suplex City, bitch. All that good stuff, it's right up there. So that's the stuff you don't write.
Yeah.
And then they set up for, we're going to have a contract signing for tonight, which those are always fun. And I saw someone make a comment that made a lot of sense. It was like, okay, we've known about this match for weeks now. Are you telling me that they still have yet to sign this contract? Yeah. So that's one of the things that I always hate about that. But, it's a typical contract signing. The table's going to get flipped and whatever, but that happens a little bit later on in the night. Opening matchup, we got to see Ryback teaming up with Randy Orton to go up against Big Show and Sheamus. I don't remember a whole lot about this matchup. I wasn't too interested in it.
But here's the thing. I know we feel the same. We're not really interested in these guys, though.
Yeah. And it's just, I don't know. It's not that they're doing anything wrong. I'm not that interested. I don't know. I don't really care.
They are talented. I just don't care about them.
But from what I remember, Ryback hardly sold a KO punch from Big Show. Like, he sold it and was down for about 10 seconds. Then he got back up and, finished the matchup. Big guy. So,
yeah.
Feed.
Sold that, man.
Me.
S'mores,
yes. So Ryback and Orton end up getting the victory, which takes us into the next matchup. It was supposed to be Dean Ambrose going up against Bray Wyatt, but before this match even got started, whenever Bray Wyatt was making his entrance, Roman Reigns decided, it's go time.
Let's go.
So he attacked Bray Wyatt, fought him around the ring, and then they went to commercial very oddly. It was a very odd time. But yeah, so bummer for Ambrose. He didn't even hardly get some screen time. After that, we got to see what everyone in the world is talking about, the Divas Revolution.
The Divas.
Tyler, did you get to check this part out?
I saw
a clip of it?
Yeah, on Facebook. Where so how they were in the ring when I saw it. They just walked out.
Basically, what had happened is Nikki, Brie, and Alicia were in the ring whenever we came back from commercial.
I saw Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah, but Nikki was talking about how she's defeated everyone who's been put in her way. She is the total diva, whether it be in the ring, on reality shows, in movies, whatever it might be. She's the total diva. She's the best, and blah, 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 blah. So that prompted Stephanie McMahon to come out and say, you're right. You've proven yourself. But you've also had some help along the way with Alicia and Brie. And then Paige comes out, and Stephanie's giving her praise, saying, listen, you're wanting this revolution. You're wanting things to change, but you've been outnumbered. No one's been here to help. So I'm here to give you some backup. I'm here to give you some reinforcements. And she introduces Becky Lynch. Crowd goes nuts. Really cool to see her. She comes out, and then, Stephanie McMahon's like, well, you're still technically outnumbered, so that's not good. So we got to bring out someone who's bred to be in this business, who thinks she's genetically superior, and the daughter of the two-time Hall of Famer.
They should do her regular theme.
Yeah,
I like her theme.
Yeah, the dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
yeah.
And it's
yeah, it's her NXT theme, which is really cool. So she comes out, crowd is going nuts for it, wooing all over the place. And then Naomi comes out saying, well, hang on a second, you've got your competition right here. Like, I still have unfinished business with Paige and Nikki, and Tamina's here as well. And Stephanie's talking to her like, yeah, you're right, you do have a claim, but there's also someone else who has a claim, someone who thinks that she's the boss. And that introduces Sasha Banks, and the crowd goes nuts for that as well. So all three of these women, unfortunately, it wasn't Bayley, which I think Becky Lynch got that position. Bayley has been injured, yeah. So that's one of those really tough breaks.
Bummer.
And that's a pun as well, not intended, but because I think it was a broken hand that she had. Them's the breaks. But this is going to be one of those moments in time where Becky Lynch's career and Bayley's career are going to go on two completely different paths.
Yeah.
This is evolution, where Batista took the position of, who was it, Mark Jindrak?
Oh, Mark Jindrak was supposed to be?
Or it was someone. Someone was originally going to be in Batista's position. Jindrak? I want to say it. I can't say for certain. I'll have to look it up. But, yeah.
Wow, I did not know that.
Well, I can't say for certain, but I just remember it was some big guy.
Big guy.
Yeah, no, not that guy. Not that big guy.
Not that small big guy.
Man, I cannot remember who it was. I'm going to try and look it up, but if you could stall. Yeah, it was. It was Mark Jindrak.
Wow.
He was originally planned to be in the group in Batista's role as the Arn Anderson-like enforcer, with Jindrak even shooting vignettes with the rest of the group, but it was decided to make Batista part of the group instead.
Wow.
So this is going to be that moment of where Becky Lynch's career is going to go in the next few months. Could have been Bayley's.
I'll be honest with you, I'm glad, even with the stuff with Batista, he's in Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't think Mark Jindrak would have taken it. I don't know.
No. But I mean, this is definitely a big moment, because for moments like in Evolution, like, where did Mark Jindrak's career go? Pooh. Exactly. Where did Batista's career go?
Whoop.
Exactly. So will it be the same? I certainly hope not. I hope that they are both successful in what they do. Yeah. I hope I hope Bayley gets up to the main roster soon, whenever she gets healed up. But man, that's one of those just accidents that happen at just the absolute worst time. So, but yeah, I mean, the crowd was going absolutely nuts, and
so they're going to be going back to NXT, and
they're going to be going back and forth. I guess what I'm guessing is to wrap up their stories.
But what does that mean for NXT women? Are they bringing more NXT women up?
More than likely.
Oh,
yeah, whole new list of ladies. I know they got that Dana Brooke girl there, which that kind of concerns me. But yeah, I mean, there are still a few girls in NXT, and they got some from that new class that they're bringing in.
Oh yeah.
So
this is Carmella, and she's hot as hell, and you can't teach that.
How you doing? So although does she compete that often?
I don't know.
I think she's more of a.
She has, but I don't know.
She has, but I think she's more of the valet position. Now, could be wrong about that. I wasn't able to catch NXT.
There's certain people they bring up that's weird, like that tag team, that guy who keeps on losing. They put him with that guy named Chad Gable.
Yeah,
that guy's weird.
They're both kind of odd.
Yeah,
I don't know about them.
I don't know.
We'll have to see. They don't. It's like NXT is great for those new characters, but like there are some people in there that are just so, like so generic.
Yeah, I know, right?
I just can't. I don't know.
Hey, we already have. We had 2 generic tag team champions, and we're gonna bring up some more generic people.
Yeah.
And, just try your best to be
Just
generic.
do what you can.
Just do what you can and be generic.
Ask.
But if something pops up, you can step out and be something different.
Yeah. So but the crowd was going nuts for the Divas. They ended up brawling. The NXT ladies looking strong. So new and exciting times, revitalizing the women's or the Divas division.
I really do. I hope that they're trying to do all this stuff. I don't know.
We'll have to see. And they've already given a name to the team of Naomi, Tamina, and Sasha Banks, and it's bad.
Oh my gosh.
BAD. It's best
bad.
It was best at oh god, what was best at yeah.
Best at Dick.
Say it into the mic. Well, maybe not. No, you shouldn't say that.
Best at Dick.
No, it was not that. It was not best at Dick. That's terrible. Why would you say that? God.
Oh gosh.
Man, I need to here it is. Best at dominating.
Best at Dick.
No. You're going to get us in so much trouble.
I like that one better.
Oh god, we're never going to be able to do an interview ever again. No one's going to want to talk to us. And anyways.
Sorry. I'm
so
sorry.
Best at domination. There you go. So moving on from that before Tyler gets us pulled off of iTunes. Primetime players teaming up with Mark Henry, who is now a face, I guess.
Well, he switches.
Yeah.
Not off the hit. The last few times he's been on TV.
He is what he is needed to be.
Yeah.
To go up against the New Day, and I'm kind of bummed that the New Day is kind of losing right now. They're kind of on a losing streak, and I hope that ends soon. But we'll talk about more of that in our predictions for Battleground. But primetime players, Mark Henry end up getting the victory. Nothing really to take away from the matchup. Next up, the feud that is currently refusing to die. R-Truth going up against King Barrett, because this feud should have been over last week, because Barrett got the win, R-Truth decrowned, whatever. No, they want to have another one. All right, for whatever reason.
Who thinks this is a good idea?
Probably Vince.
Oh my gosh.
R-Truth ends up getting the victory. It's a very short matchup. And then he brings back his crown, cape, and scepter.
Oh my gosh.
Continues the feud, and they're actually going to be facing each other at Battleground.
No!
Whatever. After that, we got the best part of Raw.
All right.
Hands down. Did you get to check this out?
No.
God help you. For weeks, maybe even months now, the John Cena U.S. Open Challenge has been the pinnacle of Raw. It is the must-see segments of Raw. So Cena comes out wanting to do his Open Challenge. Rusev answers the call, coming out saying, it was Lana who cost me my title. I want my title shot. I want that belt back. So he's getting set up. Kevin Owens comes out and says, listen, you're not taking the title from him, so you can just hop on back. Cesaro comes out and says, listen, I deserve a title shot. So that somehow or another, they agree to do a triple threat, winner faces Cena. And my God, was this match fun.
Yeah.
Holy crap. This was
Cesaro versus Kevin Owens versus Rusev?
Yes. And it was awesome. it was so much fun watching these three guys gel and mesh, and
it's weird to see like
3
heels,
2.5 heels,
2.5 heels.
Yeah. Well, he's going up against Cesaro's going up against Cena. In theory, he's a heel, but whatever. But he's on the swing of the Cesaro swing of facing it. Just so much fun. The moves that they did was great. The test of strength, the feats of strength, everything that they did was very enjoyable. I highly recommend going back and checking out that matchup. Midway through the matchup, Owens decides, screw this. I get a title shot anyways this Sunday. I'm out. Later. Peace. And that leaves Rusev to fend off against Cesaro. And these two, still, they give everything they have. I'm kind of curious as to why they went with Rusev getting the win.
Yeah.
I would have figured that they would have given Cesaro the
dropped
W.
the Dolph.
Well, Dolph is out on air quote injury because of what Rusev did. So, I get that they don't want Rusev to lose his momentum by losing to Cesaro.
Well, it's too late for that.
They have, but they might be trying to reestablish it. But Cesaro has been on such a tear the past couple weeks with his matches against John Cena. I think the crowd would have been a lot more into it if he got a third chance, because the ending would have been the same and I would have been fine with it. But it was the fact that Rusev got the win, and then for the entire match, Rusev is exhausted, going up against a fresh Cena who's hopping around the ring, healing it up.
Wow.
Like, he's giving him all of these big moves, these hard clotheslines, and Rusev is gassed. He's like, I can hardly stand up right now.
Wow.
Like, you know how Cena will do the end of the ropes into the shoulder block and then do it again?
Yeah.
He did the shoulder block. Rusev went down. He went to the other side of the ring. Rusev was still down, instead of where he naturally just automatically pops back up for it. And so Cena's like, oh, man, I kind of feel bad for attacking this guy. Oh, well, F5. Like, or whatever, next move,
Rusev
doesn't matter.
was bad. Rusev wouldn't have let up on Cena if he had a chance, so.
But then Cena got a little cocky. Rusev got some offense on him, was putting him in the accolade, and then Kevin Owens comes out, kicks Rusev, and causes the interference DQ. So Cena retains for that. But the triple threat that turned into a one-on-one, absolutely phenomenal.
How long do you think it went for?
Oh, I'm not sure. Long enough to be enjoyed.
Yeah.
It was really good stuff. Really good work by all the guys. But then there was a main event. That was not the main event, which was kind of weird. The main event was actually the return of Stardust going up against Neville. And the beginning of the matchup, Neville goes up to shake Stardust's hand, and you can see Stardust. They had been talking about his first time back since the passing of Dusty. What's going through his head? Is he okay? And so Neville puts his hand out to shake him, and Stardust is kind of like, you could see it in his face that he was thinking about it, but then he immediately just started attacking Neville. And I know a lot of people are saying, no, they should have done this, they should have done that, they should have had him come in and say, Stardust is over, I am Cody Rhodes, I am a Rhodes, but I'm actually okay with Stardust.
Yeah.
Like, I know his momentum had fallen off, but what they did for his character, as far as bringing him back, I'm okay with it. I don't have as big an issue as other
just
people.
because other people wanted.
It's one of those. Well, I foresee this happening, and this would be a great chance for them to do this. But I believe it was his wife Eden who said, they're not gonna. He doesn't want to do something because of the memory of his father.
Yeah. So
it's like, don't say, oh, my father died, which means I need to do this because that would be good for my character. No, he's going his own direction, which I have no problems with.
Yeah.
Stardust does end up getting the victory, and one of the things that cracked me up is the production guys played Neville's music whenever, and then they announced that Stardust had won, and they changed it back over, but it was just one of the small little things. But Stardust gets the win, which takes us to the contract signing between Lesnar and Rollins, and everything starts to go fine. As usual, things take a turn for the worst, and Rollins reaches underneath the table, pulls out an axe handle, or he was trying to reach for it, but Heyman caught him, and Lesnar flipped the table and pulled out the axe handle, and then they just brawled for a while, and Lesnar took out Kane by slamming the steel steps on his foot, so he's out, and then went to the back, and Rollins came out basically saying, this was your big plan, this is what you had in mind to take out Brock Lesnar. You know what, screw that, screw you, I don't need you, you're nothing without me.
So what's he doing again? He's gonna
he's breaking up with him again.
Is he gonna do it with J&J too?
Probably.
They can't keep on doing that.
Nope. It looks like he's going to be on his own for Battleground, but that's pretty much how they close out Raw, the go-home show. So
just drop them. That's
yeah, all. I don't know. So there you go.
Don't keep going back.
What can you do?
Hey there, wrestling fans. This is Tex Lone Star from Doomsday Wrestling, the finest of professional wrestling you'll find in the Lone Star state of Texas. Doomsday Wrestling invites you to our big 25th show this Saturday, July 18th at Numbers Nightclub. Folks, be there on hand and you'll see World Heavyweight Champion Beefy Joe, the butcher-turned-wrestler, defend his title against none other than the Russian Bear. You'll see the debut of the new all-female tag team, the Call of the Wild, take on the fabulous Bunny Boys. You will also see a four-way, no-holds-barred ladies' death match between Charlene Lone Star, Hot Flash, a newcomer by the name of Dollface, and Death Row Flo. It's going to be violent. It's going to be insane, folks. And also, not to mention, Animalia, the Untamed, taking on your worst nightmare in a Battle of the Monsters match. Folks, be there Saturday, July 18th at Numbers Nightclub when Doomsday Wrestling brings forth their big 25th show. Violence has never been this funny. Doomsday Wrestling.
We got to hear those picks. We got to hear those picks. Kind of weird with Doug. Yeah, when we had to do it a second time.
I wonder if he's doing it when he's listening to this.
Yeah. Hey, Doug.
Hi.
Hope you get better. So, Battleground taking place this Sunday on the WWE Network. So, should be. I don't know what kind of expectations I have for this show. I'm gonna say low.
Me too.
Especially since one of the matches has now being in the process of being changed. We'll start with that one because it was scheduled to be a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. Unfortunately, on Raw, the champion has to withdraw from the match due to a severe staph infection in his right knee. So Ryback is not going to be in this matchup. So I'm curious as to if Big Show will face The Miz, for a number one contendership match, maybe.
I guess so.
Or will they just say, "Sorry, Ryback, you're not able to defend your title, so you must lose it." Yeah, you must lose the title. I'm curious as to how that will play out. Very interesting. I mean, to begin with, I'll be completely honest. I had zero interest in this matchup. This triple threat match. No interest whatsoever.
I don't think anyone has any interest in it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, people may have.
There are always some. There's always that one. You know who you are.
Yeah, raise your hand.
So, I don't know. With that being said, I guess we'll have to take that one out of the card, which is kind of a bummer. It's going to throw off our picks now. Nah, it really won't. So, I guess we'll start with the kickoff match. Another matchup that I have absolutely no interest in, and that would be the R-Truth versus King Barrett matchup.
They're still doing this stuff.
They're still doing it. It should have been over 2 weeks ago.
Truth needs his title.
This might get bumped up to the main card now. I don't know. And apparently it's for the crown. So the winner will officially be the King of the Ring, which is really sad that they've gone to this length to completely degrade the King of the Ring title.
It's so sad.
It is. Like, remember back in the day when it actually meant something to be King of the Ring?
I don't know.
So we've got King Barrett, who wears the gold crown, the scepter, and the, royal robe, I guess you could call it, going up against R-Truth, who wears a Burger King crown wrapped in aluminum foil, a bed sheet, and carries a plunger for a scepter. So
I feel like them making this match means that R-Truth's gonna win.
Yeah, I'm kind of up there with you. I mean, well, okay, WWE's booking is usually on point. If someone wins the Raw before the pay-per-view, that means they lose at the pay-per-view. So R-Truth was victorious, but this is also, I guess, a rubber match. I don't know what this is going to do. I really don't know who I'm going to pick on this one. I could see it go either way. More than likely,
unless Barrett wins, they're just done with this.
Yeah. I have a feeling that R-Truth is going to win. So I guess I'm going to have to go with R-Truth.
Hopes for Barrett. And now he's just... What was it? He was low, and then he got high. He got high. He got high. His status got high because the Bad News Barrett. Mm-hmm. He got the Intercontinental title, and it was so-so. And then he had like a injury.
So-so? He was straight up bad.
He was very bad.
He was on a terrible losing streak.
And then they still tried to get him back up, won the King of the Ring, and it like you felt like they were going to do something with him.
They had such a special build. They had the special event on the WWE Network. Tune in to see who's going to be King of the Ring.
Doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything anymore. Nope. They don't care about it. So, I don't know. Who are you going to pick to win this match?
R-Truth.
R-Truth? All right.
I feel like they're making this match just because, like, it can keep them going.
Yeah, it'll keep the storyline going. It'll be like, what's the world? How's the WWE going to be now that we have a different king?
And also, like, I love R-Truth. I really do, but he's not the same as he was.
He's taken over for Santino's position is what it is.
But it's not as funny as he once
was.
Funny.
Yeah. It's really not.
He was funnier back, with the little Jimmy stuff.
This goes back to what we were talking about earlier in the show. Like, how does R-Truth feel about carrying around a plunger and, doing all this? Like, is he having fun, or is he kind of just like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe I have to come out here and do this every week. Like, can I just be a serious competitor?
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, I feel bad for the guy, but I don't know. I mean, if he's having fun, more power to him, but I don't know. So I'm picking R-Truth to win that one. I don't know, Tyler, go ahead and pick one of our next matches to talk about. We've got 2 singles matches. We have 3 championship matches. What would you like to talk about?
Let me go with the next match I don't care about. Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns.
Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns. Don't care about this one either?
I still don't. I know people are still higher on Roman or getting higher on Roman and stuff. And I missed the stuff with him on this past Raw.
Yeah, he's starting to show his aggression. He's starting
That's good. That's good.
It's something that's needed.
With him, yeah. And I hope that he can get better and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Bray Wyatt too, but I don't like a lot of stuff he's been doing like in the last, long time.
It's almost as if I pick an opponent, I'll tease that opponent, I'll lose to him, I'll go away for a couple weeks, I'll pick an opponent, tease that opponent, lose to him a couple weeks later, I'll disappear for a few weeks.
For people? It's hurting his case.
It's hurting him, it's hurting his opponent. It's just I don't know. I mean, who was his last feud? I'm trying to remember. Ryback. So he won that matchup. Correct. That was like one of his first.
I guess
that was like one of his first big pay-per-view wins in quite some time. So I don't know where they're going to go with this one either. Who are you going to pick to win this?
Roman.
Yeah.
He's going to step on Bray Wyatt. The little tiny step. To go up to the next level. Little tiny step.
It's like
it's not going to help you that much.
It's like stepping on a piece of paper. Like that's how much you're being elevated in this situation. So
yeah, it counts.
Technically, if you're, technically you're higher than where you were, but it's not by much. I guess I'll go with Roman Reigns as well. So let's talk about the match that I have no interest in. Sheamus versus Randy Orton.
Yeah.
They've put these two together on numerous occasions over the last few years, and every single time that they do, the crowd completely dies.
No.
And it's fascinating to watch. These guys, I mean, they're both talented guys.
Yeah.
They go in, they perform very well. Obviously, there's some chemistry between them. Otherwise, they wouldn't keep putting them together.
I'm not behind Randy Orton's face runs. I'm never behind it.
Yeah, I'm not digging it either.
Sheamus, this heel turn is not doing anything for me. And he was good when he first came around as that heel.
Yeah.
Not this heel. I don't know why. I mean, I like the...
It was because they allowed him to be more destructive.
Well, I like that. I don't like, necessarily like his look. I mean, that's cool that they gave him new music and stuff, but he's really not... I don't know. I'm not digging it. I mean, they could put on good matches.
He came back with a new theme and a new haircut. That was about it.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's a bad guy. Oh, I'm attacking the good guy,
well,
so therefore
hopefully,
I'm being booed.
Hopefully, him winning the title later on will help him.
Yeah. The only situation that I can see coming out of this one is that they're trying to elevate Sheamus to make him, a contender for the title, so that whenever he eventually does cash in Money in the Bank, people were like, okay, this is going to be the guy for a while. However, WWE does have a history of making whoever wins Money in the Bank look absolutely terrible for numerous weeks. So I guess I don't know. I could see it going either way now that as I'm talking, I'm thinking WWE logic or my logic.
You're going to have to go by your logic.
Yeah, okay. Well, and that's going to be the case, and I'm going to go with Sheamus to win.
I'm the same.
Yeah. All right, so next matchup we're going to talk about is the Tag Team Championship between the New Day Rocks going up against the Prime Time Players. And I know that on Raw this past week, the Prime Time Players were victorious in their 3-on-3 matchup against the New Day. So what does logic say about this matchup? I'm kind of worried that the New Day is starting to decline.
Yeah.
Because they've started losing matches
they dropped
more
the
frequently.
Belts too quickly.
I'll agree with that. It seemed like the Primetime Players' rise was incredibly fast.
Yeah, and now they're going down. Like, they should kept them on the belts on them longer and let them ride out for a little bit longer, then give it to the Primetime Players.
Yeah, or I could even see New Day taking the titles and creating a nice feud going here. Because you have to have a reason for these two to fight. They're fighting over a championship. If the challenger loses, he doesn't have a claim to the title. So, I don't know. I would like to see the New Day sort of get that rebirth.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go with New Day.
Yeah? Picking New Day to win? Okay. You know what? See, it's tough because I'm not sure if it's time for the Primetime Players to drop, but I would like them to the New Day because I'm more behind the New Day. I'm loving Titus O'Neil's improvement in his work, but I feel like the New Day are work better whenever they're champions because it gives the crowd even more reason to hate them. You know, because they gloat about it, and it's all because of the power of positivity why we won these titles and so on. So I think I'm gonna go with New Day to win the titles here. I think it'll be a fun matchup. I think it'll be a fine matchup. I have a feeling that whoever the third man on the outside is going to somehow cost the Primetime Players the matchup. But that's just what I think. So let's go into the next matchup, which I think is going to steal the show. The U.S. Championship, Kevin Owens versus John Cena for the United States Championship. These two have had phenomenal matches, and
I hope that it's going to be good. I don't want it to be like, hey, it was all right, but the first...
you should have seen the first one.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that they tear the house down on this one.
I hope so, too.
I would like to see this one go 25, maybe even 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Just given everything that they've got I mean, if you have not seen their first two matches, definitely go back and check them out. Those two matches alone are, I would think candidates for a match of the year. And you could even throw in Cesaro and Cena from Raw as being a contender. And in the last few months, John Cena has been in 3 incredible matches, and I'm hoping for a 4th. And I know a lot of Cena haters out there don't want to hear that kind of stuff, but he is on a tear right now.
Oh, for sure.
He is, this is some of the best wrestling that he's put out in quite some time.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm looking forward to this matchup. I'm looking forward to the outcome. I hope that the outcome goes in my favor because I'm going to pick Kevin Owens to win.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I feel like, him dropping the NXT title and then he's going to pick up the U.S. title because he's going to be now mainly on Raw, I would think.
Yeah.
Let him have a title and roll with it. And then after he's done with Cena, he's going to have good matches with everyone, I would think.
Mm-hmm. So I'm really curious. Well, they've already put in place that he could have a good feud with Cesaro.
Oh, yeah. Well, they know each other.
He could even have a feud with Rusev, saying, you cost me my match with John Cena. So there's 2 people right there, right off the bat, aside from John Cena, who he could possibly and potentially feud with, which that's perfectly fine with me. That looks really good on a card, in my opinion. Just to sidetrack a little bit, what are your thoughts on Rusev coming out in the boots? Did you happen to notice that?
I have not.
He since his injury, he has actually started wearing.
Didn't I say that?
Yeah,
I said that a while back. I was
a few months ago, actually.
I said, I don't know if I was like, watch him come out, or no, he should have boots now since he got that injury. Every time I saw him wrestle, I was like, why is he wrestling barefooted?
Yeah,
even though he has like that tape on it, but still,
it can only protect so much.
Yeah, I'm like, why does it bothered me? It really did. Now he's being smart about it.
Yeah, he needs to watch out for himself. So both of us picking Kevin Owens to win. Do you think it's going to be a clean win? Do you think there'll be some interference of some sort?
Clean win.
Clean?
Yeah.
Just like the other 2?
Yeah. I hope.
I'm hoping so as well.
I don't want to be interference or anything like that.
Yeah, I think that these 2 are going to put on one heck of a show. It's one of those can't miss.
Oh, I can beat you. I don't need anyone's help. I can literally beat you in wrestling.
Yeah. I think if they allow this feud to continue, I would have absolutely no problem with it. I think this will be one of those feuds that they end up putting on a DVD. Where it's like, relive all the greatest matches, the entire feud. That'd be awesome. So both of us picking Kevin Owens. I think we're unanimous on every pick so far. But that's going to take us into the main event. Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. Suplex City. And Rollins hoping to burn it to the ground. I'm curious as to how these 2 will mesh. I'm sure they're going to have fairly good chemistry. It's going to be Brock Lesnar being dominant as he normally is. However, I'm not sure if they're going to be taking the title off of Brock Lesnar or off of Seth Rollins.
So I don't know how that's going to play out. I really don't.
The thing is that SummerSlam is the next pay-per-view. So do you want Seth Rollins to continue being champion? Maybe he gets himself disqualified, something of that nature, going into SummerSlam to face whoever is up next. Or do you give it to Brock Lesnar for him to go into SummerSlam so you've got a big draw? That's the thing that's wrapping my head. Is I guess I'm trying to think too far ahead. I'm trying to think upwards to SummerSlam.
Don't see Seth Rollins beating Brock Lesnar clean.
Well, it's not going to be clean if he wins. I mean, we can more than establish that. Either J&J Security is going to get involved, Kane's going to get involved somehow.
I don't know how Kane's going to get involved.
Someone somewhere is going to cost Brock Lesnar the matchup and give Rollins the win. It's not going to be a clean 1, 2, 3, if anything, if it goes that direction. So, do you give the title to Brock going into SummerSlam, or do you let Rollins continue to run?
I really don't know. I'm just clueless.
In all honesty, I would probably be okay with this match being second to last. I would prefer to see Kevin Owens versus John Cena for the main event.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Let them close out the show. This is HBK versus Undertaker booking right here.
I don't. I'm just gonna throw out a name, and I don't have a reason because I'm just don't know what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna throw it out, no reason. So Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. See, I need to stop thinking forward about SummerSlam because I'm trying to think. Okay, if Rollins wins, who's going to be the next #1 contender?
Eventually you could bring John Cena back up.
Possibly have him go up against Rollins for SummerSlam.
Oh, SummerSlam. I don't know, unless there's some sort of mess up finish where Rollins wins, but Brock wants his hands on him again.
Yeah,
fight. Brock
have a rematch
Rollins too.
Yeah. I just don't know. I don't know where they're gonna go with it. I'm really unsure. I want to say Brock Lesnar. I think he should have a good face run as champion because his shirts are selling like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Every city he goes to, they put the city name on it for that Suplex City. I mean, now you can buy a generic one that doesn't have the city, but who wants that?
Yeah.
Just wait until he comes to Houston. I'll get one of those.
Some person has like all the cities they named on it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I got a lot of these. Shirts.
Yeah. I went there.
Tucson.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess I'll have to go with Brock Lesnar to win.
Laser.
I think he would be the bigger draw for SummerSlam, and you could even have a rematch: Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins trying to get the belt back. So let us know. Make sure you comment on the Facebook page. Really cool stuff. But I do have to say, those were some great picks.
Those were some great picks.
Those are some great picks. God, it's still so weird without Doug being here.
Hey there, wrestling fans. This is Tex Lone Star from Doomsday Wrestling, the finest of professional wrestling you'll find in the Lone Star state of Texas. Doomsday Wrestling invites you to our big 25th show this Saturday, July 18th at Numbers Nightclub. Folks, be there on hand and you'll see World Heavyweight Champion Beefy Joe, the butcher-turned-wrestler, defend his title against none other than the Russian Bear. You'll see the debut of the new all-female tag team, the Call of the Wild, take on the fabulous Bunny Boys. You will also see a 4-way, no-holds-barred ladies' death match between Charlene Lone Star, Hot Flash, a newcomer by the name of Dollface, and Death Row Flo. It's going to be violent. It's going to be insane, folks. And also, not to mention, Animalia, the Untamed, taking on your worst nightmare in a Battle of the Monsters match. Folks, be there Saturday, July 18th at Numbers Nightclub when Doomsday Wrestling brings forth their big 25th show. Violence has never been this funny. Doomsday Wrestling.
So there you go. Make sure you post on our Facebook page what you think Battleground's going to be about. That's going to do the show this week. Unfortunately, like I said, no Q&A this week, but fear not, because there's always next week. You never know.
Yes.
If you've got a question you'd like to ask us, send it our way, whether it be on our YouTube channel, WNS Video, our Facebook page, WNS Podcast. Yeah. You can also check us out on WrestlingNewsSource.com and WrestlingNewsSource.com on Facebook, and you can subscribe to our show on iTunes by searching Wrestling News Source Podcast.
Yo, you have a question? I'll solve it.
Yeah?
Oh, I forgot what's the lyrics.
Check out the beat while my DJ revolves it. Too cold.
We're also on Stitcher, Beyond Pod, and Player.fm. Just search Wrestling News Source Podcast to find us.
There you go. And we're also on Twitter. Search at WNS Podcast. You can find me at WNS_Daniel. Tyler is at Tyler_Abear. Send him a tweet. I am curious as to how many notifications you had whenever you first opened it. Yeah?
Yeah. A lot.
About how many?
I don't know.
50?
30? Maybe
somewhere around there.
40.
Nice.
Also, like I said, help me with the stuff. Anyone has any tips with Vines, let me know. Just help me out, and I will try my best to get more stuff in the future.
And send your well wishes to Doug as well.
Yeah.
So there you go. So for the podcast crew, I am Daniel Heron.
I'm Tyler Abear.
And we will catch you all next week.
Peace.